Hey guys, Cam here from phonedog.com, and yesterday Marco rounded up the best smartphones of 2014, and I wanted to follow up that video with my favourite 5 mid-range phones. Now, if 2014 has been the year of anything, it's been the year of well-spec'd, great performing, good-looking handsets that don't cost very much money. And that's mostly thanks to the ever-impressive Snapdragon 400 series quad-core processor. So without further ado, these are my top 5 mid-range phones. In number 5, I have the Sony Xperia Z3 Compact. And it would be further up the list if it wasn't for the price tag. It's pretty much pushing it as far as you can go, calling it a mid-range phone when it costs around $500 to buy one SIM-free. But it's virtually every bit as good as the flagship Z3. It has most of the same specs and it performs just as well, and is probably the only mini version of a flagship phone that doesn't come with any compromises. And that's why it's on my list of mid-range phones to buy, even if it is quite an expensive model. It's got a great battery life, a brilliant camera, a fantastic display, and it's got the waterproof and dustproof properties of the Z3. It's really hard to fault anything, apart from the price. In 4th place is what is undoubtedly my favourite Windows phone ever released. The Lumia 830 was announced just a couple of months ago, and it brings with it the same sort of design and the qualities of the Lumia 930, but it costs less and it's slimmer. It's sturdy and thin, has a good camera. What's more, its battery is removable and it has wireless charging and expandable memory. It also runs the latest and greatest version of Windows Phone. SIM-free, you're looking at about $400 if you want to pick one of these up, but it's worth every cent. And perhaps again it would be higher up the list if it didn't cost quite as much. But I would not hesitate to buy one of these if you're looking for a Windows phone. Then the Lumia 830 really is the one to buy right now. 3rd on the list is the Motorola Moto G. It has a 5-inch HD display, it runs Android 5.0 Lollipop, and it feels great in hand. It's almost impossible to believe that you can pick one of these up for under $200, which makes it undoubtedly the best value for money handset on the market right now, because the specs are impressive. The only real downside is the lack of LTE connectivity and perhaps the lack of expandable storage as well. But its modern design, its ergonomics, its stereo speakers, and the fact that it runs the latest version of Android easily make up for that. In 2nd place is perhaps my biggest surprise of the year, the HTC Desire 816. It's the only phablet on the list. It's got a big display, a nice big bold design. Prices range on Amazon between about $200 and $300 to buy it SIM-free, off contract and unlocked. And yes, the build quality might not be the best of any phone, but when you have it in hand it does feel fantastic, or should I say in 2 hands, because it is a rather large device. It's only slightly shorter than the iPhone 6 Plus. It's big, it feels great in 2 hands and performs really well. Its 2,600 mAh battery will easily get you through a day and a half's use. It has a huge 720p display and a 13 megapixel camera, both of which perform really well considering the price range and the resolution. None of its features are quite up to flagship standards, but because of the low price it's really hard to justify spending more for what you get for a little bit more money, which is why the HTC Desire 816 is my 2nd best mid-range phone of the year. And it's probably no surprise that in 1st place we have the OnePlus One. Now, it may be the flagship killer, but it's priced well within the mid-range market, which is why I've put it on this list. It costs just under $300 to buy it SIM-free, and you really don't have many compromises when you compare it to its higher priced competition. It's not just that it has a full HD display or that it has a good camera or fantastic battery life. What I love about this device is that it looks good and it feels good, and also the version of Android that it's running is so fluid and smooth and minimal that your experience of actually using the device is brilliant. For me, it's easily the best mid-range phone on the market right now, and if you can pick it up and you don't have $500, $600, $700 to spend and you want the best experience possible, then the OnePlus One really is the phone you should buy right now. I've been Cam. I'm at phonedog_Cam on Twitter. You can follow me, ask me any questions, give me any suggestions on there. Of course, use the comments down below, and if I don't see you beforehand, I hope you have a fantastic holidays. Goodbye.